Hello mate, so just a very quick one. I'm at the electrician's, he's just about to start on the build. We've got a list of extras which are on top of obviously wiring this thing up. So this wiring loom has got to be cut about and shortened a lot to fit into the E30 harness cover. The reason it is obviously this long wire that needs to be shortened down so it actually fits over here. Because we're using the M3 harness cover, there's quite an extensive amount of work to make the wiring loom completely tucked away like you want. So what we're going to do is, this is the M3 harness cover that fits to the bulkhead piece. That's the service reset plug, which is the one I just showed you, so that's got to be shortened by about 2.5 foot. The C101 plug, which is the original E30 round plug, the engine to car loom plug, that'll fit in there, no problem. We're going to locate the relays into there, so everything will be completely hidden behind the original M3 wiring harness cover, which you see here. The electrician's now about to fit the battery cable from front to back of the car. So he's obviously pulled the interior out to do that. We're also going to be running the wires for the washer jets right into the pump, into the boot, so that the pump and the bottle can be relocated there. The M3 harness cover is obviously going to be in the engine bay here, so you're going to have this cover which will make the engine bay completely flush. That cover basically hides the main battery cable that comes through, that then bolts to the bulkhead just there. You can see that holds the battery cable. So everything in regards to the wiring loom will be hidden here. The ECU plug, which is this one, normally goes out on that side of the car on the 36. The electrician's going to completely unpick all this harness cover, unpick the wiring from this harness cover, pull the plug out and over and into the bulkhead through that hole into the original E30 location. We've got to get a special holder which holds the ECU. We also need to get the ECU unlocked. You can buy the E36 2.8 ECUs unlocked with a remap for about 115 to 130 pounds. So we'll arrange to get one of those done. Obviously the next thing is the coil wiring. So the coil wiring, again, that is the coil wiring, and that runs the coil plugs, spark plugs. That will come out of the harness cover just in this corner here. So as you can imagine, you've got that nice M3 cover hiding all this wiring loom, going along the bulkhead to your battery point and then out to your coil. That service light reset plug will be over there, the round C101 plug there, all the relays relocated to there. So there's a lot of wiring to do just to make that bay shaved, so you have nothing on the inner wings. Normally we would run these wires over here and have them situated in the inner wing here, and then relays would sit over there. So to shave the bay and put that there, there's a bit more work and a bit more wire and quite a bit more soldering. So the next thing we've just spoke about is to keep the inner wings completely free. The electrician has proposed to do this. Originally I said we were going to this is the main wiring harness there that comes out the fuse box. That supplies all the headlights and all that wiring. So all that entire loom goes over the front end, front panel, and then back over the inner wing here. That basically, I propose to take it down there and along the chassis rail, but then it would still be seen just through there. You'd see an entire wiring loom running from front to back. And it's not very safe to put it onto the side of the rail down there because there's a lot of water penetration. So what we propose to do, behind the inner wing itself, or behind this wing, there's a crumple zone, runs the entire length of the wing itself. Now there's no water penetration up there at all, so the electrician's going to drill a hole through the inner wing, just where this wiring loom is, feed all the wiring out through this hole, run it in the actual crumple zone of the chassis, so it's watertight, then down and out and under to supply the lights and the horns and whatever else is over there. All right, so that is quite an extensive job to make it flush, but the bay will be completely shaved and you won't have any wiring anywhere. So you won't have any bottles, you won't have any wiring on either one of the inner wings. So that will be as flush and as shaved as you can get it. If you're happy with this, just send a message saying, yeah, that's fine, not a problem. The other thing is, this is the list of extras, which is stuff I've said to the electrician that you want. If I've missed anything, just shout, just say, and I'll ring him up and tell him when I get back to the workshop. All right, so yeah, if you're happy with that list, I'll get him to crack on. Obviously, the stuff I've just explained in the engine bay, you fully understand. They're the extras that are on top of this work in the engine bay to make it flush. The other thing is he needs to wire this system up properly, connect it up to the battery properly, and I have asked him to bolt it all down as well, so it's safe, and he'll just make it tidy and make it all work properly in the boot. So that's obviously extra on top of the engine harness as well. All right, so it's going to be quite a substantial bill to do all that. So I just sort of obviously make you aware of what's involved in finishing the car and what's involved in doing it to the standard that you want it done to. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Bye.